Hello. So in this new month, we have a new challenge called Full Stack. And you should do this intro because it's the beginning of the project. They give us everything that we need to start and the instructions. I'm not going to do it because it's really just follow the instructions. I did everything, and then what I did was download the files of the SAP Business application and put it locally, and then I created my files for my container and create a local container so I don't need to go to their environment. So I can just start here the CDS watch and we can start the week 1. So basically it seems that they give us 3 entities that we need to populate the properties and also a little description about their relation. For what I understand, these two need to coexist, so if one exists, the other should exist. But if the questions are deleted, the answer should be deleted because it doesn't make sense to have answers if we don't have the questions. But the tests that shouldn't uh, be correlated to the questions because one could exist without the other. And you should read this because this is what explains that. So if you come here, you can see that the navigation property on the tests to questions doesn't have the on delete like the questions to to answers. So if the question is deleted, it's going to delete the answer. Basically, for what I understand, that's the reason of the composition and association. So the composition is going to delete because they coexist, and the association doesn't uh, doesn't need one of the other, so doesn't do that action. So let's start. So if you come here um, on this file, you can see that we already have these two things imported, and that's because the COID it's what gives us the field ID, and the manage it gives us the created and the modify. And you can see it being used here, so you can just copy paste. And since the others just have the ID. And now let's do the other fields. Then we have title description that are strings, so title description, and two of them are string. And we can just copy paste because one is text, the other is text too. So text. So we have all the properties, and now we're going to do the relations. So first we're going to do the tests to questions. So questions, and this association to many, because like I said, one is not related to other, so or it's not codependent. Let's say like that. And in here the tests the questions to test, so test that is an association to one. You can see that from one to many or many to one. So one tests, and now we're going to have one to one, and it's an answer. That is a composition of one to answers, and that's it. After they say us to declare the remaining entities, and we can see that we have two here, and in here we just have tests because they are just showing the tests. So let's do that. So here we have the questions, here questions. Can delete this, and now we have the two. And if you come to the metadata, you can see what is happening. Oh, okay, this doesn't matter. It's this part. So basically, you can see that this navigation property doesn't have the onDelete because we are using an association, but the onDelete exists for the answers because we are using the composition. So you should have the same metadata that they have, and they now just want us to create the initial data. So they provide us this comment, and what this does is it creates these three files here. So let's open them. So tests, the answers, the questions, and then the answers. Okay, so let's create the question first. So let's create two. So what is your name? And it's going to be test 0. And what is your age? It's going to be test 1. So let's create the first test and created that today is 2023. It's month 9 and day 6. And it's now 22:28 and on. If I add and on again, so name is Shish. The name should be Shish, and this is for the question 0, and age is, let's say 20, and the age should be 20, and this is for the question 1. So let's create two tests. So to answer the question, it's so Shish, and for the second we say so either 1 because no, here it's 1 and here it's 20. So we save, and if you come here and now we do question expand test answer, something is wrong. Why don't appear the text? So test ID. Oh, we are missing 1 here. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, name is Shish, the answer is here, and the age and answer is here, and you can see that this is the test 1, this is the other test, and you can add multiple tests to one question or have different answers for the question. And yeah, that's it.